All right, Panos, Moumtzis is UN Regional Humanitarian Coordinator for the Syria crisis, and he joins us now from Kuwait. Mr. Moumtzis, thank you so much for being with us. Do you have any news from Eastern Ghouta? What are people on the ground telling you?
I'm afraid it's still bad news from Eastern Ghouta. We still see a very intensive raid taking place. More than 400 people now that have been killed, more than 1,000 that are injured, and a total terror in this area, with the civilians being caught up in an impossible situation for a fifth day in a row now.
How are people surviving? Do they have access to food, water, fuel, basic medical help?
It's really difficult. At the moment, water and electricity is completely cut. There are some boreholes and people try to do as they can with what they have. Food also supplies is very low, so there's lots of people who are complaining about being hungry because really the markets are not functioning. We haven't brought in a convoy for more than 3 months now, and we had just a tiny one on the 14th of February. So it's the fear, it's the physical not knowing if they're going to live another day or not because of the aerial attacks, and several buildings collapse when these barrel bombs fall. And on top of it is the hunger. And of course, trying to conciliate children and elderly or people who are in a vulnerable situation. It's just too much. And it's been going on for now, since 2013, the besiegement. So that's really they're an impossible situation.
As you know, of course, UN Security Council is scheduled to consider momentarily a temporary humanitarian resolution again after Russia blocked it initially yesterday. What would a ceasefire allow you to do?
Well, the ceasefire is going to really be a complete change because it would allow us to bring in food supplies, medical supplies. It would allow us to take out people who need medical assistance to be evacuated. It would also allow maybe any civilians who want to move either way to be able to have this choice. A ceasefire would be a game changer and is desperately needed. That's what we're calling for. And we very much hope that the Security Council today, wisdom and humanitarian diplomacy will prevail to help civilians and people who are in a desperate situation.
Are you optimistic a truce will happen?
I think we have to be optimistic, and we have to keep on raising our voice, and we have to really give hope to the people. At the moment, they're really feeling like the rest of the world is completely forgotten them, or really that nobody cares. And I think that's a message for us, for the international community in these extreme situations, to be able to intervene and to alleviate, to bring solutions, even if it's just a temporary one. The ceasefire the resolution is throughout Syria, because it's not just Idlib. Of course, there are mortars who also fell in Damascus, but also it's about Ghouta, it's about Idlib, it's about Afrin, it's about multiple locations where at the moment there are skirmishes. It's a situation in Syria where, when we read about multiple countries and multiple entities who are in a significant escalation on the military front, which has a dramatic impact on the humanitarian front.
Panos Moumtzis is UN Regional Humanitarian Coordinator for the Syria crisis. Thank you.
Thank you.